Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one, so today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer had a bit of a rocky start with this electric bike, but ultimately came out pretty happy after some modifications. First off, they strongly advise never riding with the battery unlocked, as it can rattle and mess with the power connections. Our reviewer even had to get a new battery cover and connector after some rattling issues. To combat this, they wrapped the battery in duct tape for a snugger fit and added packing material around the battery management system to reduce vibration noise. Another major gripe was the tires. Apparently the stock tires and tubes are not very durable, as this client experienced multiple flats in the first few weeks. They recommend replacing them immediately with more robust tires and thicker tubes to avoid the frustration of constant repairs. They mentioned upgrading to CSD big boat tires and heavy-duty tubes, which solved the problem. Beyond the tires, the handlebars rattled excessively. Our reviewer cleverly used a piece of an old tube as a cushion in the handlebar stem to eliminate the noise. The front suspension also leaves something to be desired, especially for heavier riders. They found it bottoms out easily on even small bumps, suggesting an immediate upgrade for anyone planning to use the bike for serious riding. They also pointed out that despite what the description might imply, there is no rear suspension. In terms of performance, this client reports getting about 15 miles of range at full throttle and a recharge time of around 5 hours. They hit a top speed of around 34 mph, even reaching 42 miles per hour downhill, but usually cruises around 24-28 miles per hour. They warn that this thing is fast and attracts attention, advising potential buyers to invest in a high-quality bike lock because it's a theft target. On a positive note, this client was very pleased with the seller's responsiveness and willingness to ship replacement parts directly. They even offered to cover rep.
Cool, let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer initially had a mixed experience with this scooter after comparing it to a rental they had enjoyed on vacation. Upon receiving it, their first impression was that the overall material quality felt somewhat cheap. They noted minor damages to certain parts right out of the box, and some components seemed prone to chipping during assembly. One specific issue involved the front fender, which needed to be screwed together with the headlight. However, the existing bolts were so tight that they were unable to loosen them, even with power tools. The reviewer also found the battery pack difficult to remove and insert, particularly when folding the scooter, requiring a lot of force initially. The ride quality was described as underwhelming compared to their rental experience. The electric assist didn't feel smooth, and the fat tires combined with the scooter's weight made it challenging to ride without electric assistance. The seat wasn't particularly comfortable either, and the springiness made it feel potentially unstable. Other minor drawbacks included a small and cheap-looking LCD screen, and a headlight switch that wasn't very intuitive. However, the reviewer did find the price reasonable and considered it good enough for local use. They also suspected that many similar folding scooters on the market are manufactured in the same factories and rebranded. Following the initial review, the seller contacted our client and proactively offered solutions. The seller is sending a replacement seat to address comfort concerns. While a video provided to help with the battery issue didn't entirely solve the difficulty, the reviewer acknowledged that battery insertion removal can be a common challenge with these types of folding scooters. The seller offered to cover repair costs for the fender issue at a local shop, but the reviewer felt they wouldn't be able to accomplish that task. Because of the seller's customer service efforts, the reviewer increased their overall.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer is absolutely thrilled with their recent purchase. Getting this electric bike has been a fantastic experience. It's a great blend of modern technology and smart design, making every ride a lot of fun and pretty efficient. The motor is really strong, giving it some serious zip when accelerating, and the battery lasts longer than our reviewer expected. Long rides are no problem at all, which is a big plus. The overall build feels really solid. The frame is sturdy and the seat is comfortable, which makes even longer trips enjoyable. Our reviewer also really likes how smoothly it shifts gears and how responsive the brakes are. It adds a feeling of safety and control while riding. Plus, let's be honest, this bike looks great. It's a real head turner. Even the customer service was great. They were quick to respond to questions and knew their stuff, making sure this client had all the information needed. Overall, this bike has gone beyond expectations. Our reviewer highly recommends it to anyone who's looking for a dependable and stylish electric bike. A definite win.
That's it for this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.